Welcome back to the Dallas Meetup Dime, where we get straight to the value in 10 minutes or less. I'm your host, Carson Gibbons, and today I'm joined by a truly special guest. I don't know if Dallas Meetup actually gets to the point of having this podcast, this audience, or this momentum without his efforts over the last year and a half. He's a day zero executive organizer and partner of Dallas Meetup, and is the only partner that has been in seat from day one through present. You've seen his work across our LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram channels, and perhaps you've even been captured in it. He's the founder of Way to Work Productions, a dynamic and innovative media production company dedicated to creating compelling, high-quality content across various platforms. Please help me welcome Francis Ufomadu.
Oh, man.
How are you?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
I mean what I say when I say we wouldn't be here without you and your efforts, because as many of you know, Francis has been Way to Work and with Dallas Meetup since before the first meetup, when there was no list to entice you with.
Right.
And you still took a leap of faith and joined us on this quest.
Right. Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Man, we had the privilege of working together in our earlier years, and you did a really good job of just staying connected, checking in, and making sure the relationship flourished where it needed to. And ultimately, when you asked for, assistance at the first event, I didn't really look at the big picture. I just thought you needed a videographer. We're friends. I got you, Carson. Let me come through.
One and done?
One and done. Yeah, whatever you're saying. And then we had our very first of many long, extravagant conversations about your vision and about the goals you had for Dallas Meetup. And from there, I was able to see the bigger picture. I was able to understand where you were coming from, the value I could actually add to your project and your passion for being in the space. And from there, I kind of was just like, yeah, I'll hitch my wagon to your car real quick and see where we can go.
It was one of those situations where we cut our teeth at another not-for-profit kind of volunteering on their boards.
Right.
And it was a situation where even though I was chairman, I wasn't in full control of things.
Yeah.
And then we transitioned to Dallas Meetup, and it's like, we have full control of things.
For sure.
The data layer, the marketing layer. And I really think that the silver screen component that you've brought with Way to Work Productions has been our kryptonite. We recently got featured at Texas Venture Gala down in Austin, and I was on a super connector panel, which made me very uncomfortable. But
yeah.
In meeting the quote-unquote Carsons of Austin and San Antonio and Houston, I really felt like the work that was pinned to the top of our profiles, that is yours,
right,
that was the differentiator.
Right.
It's just what took it from $1 sign to $5 signs, if you will, on like a Yelp, menu rating.
Absolutely.
What has changed for you over the last year and a half with Way to Work?
I want to say about a year and a half ago, I did start niching down. I through Dallas Meetup was able to meet with colleagues that helped me understand a better vision for Way to Work Productions. And with that, I started moving and navigating towards the corporate space with commercial real estate, construction, and corporate businesses that were trying to elevate their brand through video assets, through video strategies. And from there, I have been able to, though it was a slow start, been able to gradually grow my audience, gradually grow who I work with because of the publicity I'm getting from Dallas Meetup. People are meeting me at these events, and I'm pretty cool guy. So luckily I'm able to build these relationships, right? I'm able to build these relationships, just from, hey, I'm a person who just happens to have a camera, but let's make sure we're connected and just have a good time together. And, whatever comes from that. And that's really helped me as well. But really just growing the sector of my corporate space and really understanding how to bring value through the strategies that I offer, and ultimately trying to make sure that people in those spaces don't have to stay stuck on the flyers or the emails or just anything handwritten. Static content, right?
You touched on something interesting, that it's subliminal value. It's not like you just partnered up with Dallas Meetup and all of a sudden your discovery call calendar is totally full with these amazing clients.
Right.
Part of it was you got better at honing in on what your ideal customer profile was.
Absolutely.
You got quicker to disqualify potential clients and focus on the ones that were going to pay your freight.
Right.
I think that so much of what Dallas Meetup does is it's a pressure cooker cauldron of what is your ICP? Can you actually satisfy this? And we're going to put that to the test when you partner with us.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What has been your favorite part of being kind of adjoined to the team and, your own Way to Work Productions go to market?
My favorite part, honestly, is the value that I feel my product brings, right? So we had a conversation maybe a couple of months ago where, you know, I'm living in a place where I'm just realizing my value in real time, and it's not something that I think I had access to growing up, right? So now that I am in a place where I can bring people value, it's kind of almost shocking and surprising. So when certain clientele or certain people like you shower me with praise and shower me with understanding my own value, it's been really cool to understand like, oh, shoot, I'm doing something that can really work here. I'm doing something that can take me to the distance. So I would say the value, being able to feel the value that I can bring is something very refreshing and very new. It helps the entrepreneurial journey because there are a lot of times where you're alone. There's a lot of times when you're doubting yourself. There's often times where you just don't know if you're doing the right thing. But with those moments increasing in people believing in me, I've understood that okay, I am on the right path at least. You know, everything takes time and everything compounds gradually. And just those moments that really help you keep going forward. And Dallas Meetup has been one of the greatest values with that. It's just understanding that I bring something to the table. I'm very young in what I'm doing, but I see a future for it moving forward.
I think there's something powerful in that and almost translatable to other people and other service offerings where it's like, not every customer is going to value your product or SKU.
Right.
You know, it's not going to propel them to the next level. Dallas Meetup was like, I've always told you that's the lifeblood circulation in this, respiratory system or whatever
Right.
it is,
Yeah.
for this brand. Like without the video, it didn't even really happen, right?
Yeah.
Like if that sizzle reel doesn't go out the next day, I'm not convinced that that Thursday night event happened. So it was very hand to mouth for us in many ways.
Yeah.
And it's been, it's, let's face it, let's just, kind of put our laundry out there. We're in an in-kind partnership situation with the meetups where you've bolstered a brand to the extent that it can now turn around and actually pay for videography services with Way to Work Productions for some of our larger client engagements.
Right. Yeah.
So you built us to the point that we could afford you.
Absolutely.
If you want to think about it that way. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's I mean, it was unexpected, to be honest. I just I'm really big on volunteering time to an organization every year. Whether that's, you know, to spare people names and organizations, but I want to devote some time with my craft. This is going to help me learn different ways to understand my own business. It's going to teach me ways to work with others and also take, I guess, take orders, not take orders, but receive talking points from leaders, right? So I want to be in that place where I want to not be the focal point of my business, but be inside something bigger than myself. And Dallas Meetup really stepped up in the biggest way for me to be able to volunteer time and actually receive not only, great opportunities from it, but, feel again that value, right? It's interesting to help other people and then not feel the value, but Dallas
You've
Meetup has
experienced
done it.
that too. Dallas Meetup was a test case where I think you went and inked a lot of partnerships with other organizations
Right.
to kind of be their guy on site and see if that could proliferate your brand in the same way and I think it's done it with disparate value for certain organizations.
Absolutely.
And that in itself is a forced learning lesson that, we're just constantly speeding our partners up to market in some ways. It's
Absolutely.
one feather in our cap, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you looking forward to over the next year as we kind of look to sports, fintech, transportation, and not-for-profit, and just the next year of Dallas Meetup?
Yeah. So through our continuous working together in our partnership, I've actually gotten new marketing backing from Marketscale. So we're in our studio right now, and doing this interview. But with that, I'm going to be able to offer clientele and potential new members with newer experiences that I'm looking forward to, giving them a more continuous taste of high quality, which is something that's very important to me. Strategy is number one, but I want it to look a certain way that makes you stand out from the others. And we're going to be able to offer more things as far as podcast, product videos, interviews, brand storytelling, anything and everything that we can offer through video branding, through video assets. Is going to be now powered by Marketscale. We're still going to be able to do our own thing on the side, but just having a home base where people can come and feel like feel like stars.
Just up the game a bit.
Just a little bit.
Way to Work Productions is now backed by Marketscale in some ways, and it's just an additional roster of resources and
Absolutely.
ways that you can elevate their brand through Way to Work.
Right. And then with the new cohorts coming up, man, I'm just excited to keep growing, to be honest. You do a good job at just leading the pack, right? So I'm here to follow, and wherever I can help, I'll help. And again, we have conversations often where we're finding ways to elevate ourselves, and with that journey, a lot of growth will come, a lot of evolution will be experienced, and we get to go through that together. And yeah, just
We already have been,
right, exactly,
as evidenced by where we're sitting.
I mean, what is it? Less than 2 years?
Less than 2 years.
Less than 2 years, and
We've
so much
done
has
6
changed.
cohorts together, 7 total events.
Right, and it's incredible to see the amount of change that can happen in a short period of time, and things are just becoming more possible by just being able to be in these rooms, be in these events, and working on the side of things where we're trying to keep each other accountable, but keep getting better as well.
You get bigger, the world gets smaller.
Yes, interesting. Yeah.
Francis, thank you for everything you've done for us.
Absolutely.
It's a great partnership. We love you.
Love you too, my man. I appreciate it.